Hey guys! Today obviously we're gonna be playing Scarlett Hollow, but we're gonna be on episode 2 now, and I'm so freaking excited for it. Wait, load? Well, yeah, we're on this part. Okay, yeah. Continue. Should we? We already know what happened. The long lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late night stops and seedy depots that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of Pearl and Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. Wait, the floors have been known to give out. Yes, ma'am. Freed! Okay, I remember all this. So, as Stella mentioned she's famous? Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. Look, if you're not gonna go around tooting your own horn, you know I'm gonna do it for you. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. She hunts cryptids. Oh, yeah, I remember the deer. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of Stella's flashlight while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Pain, rot, decay. Poor deer. You'll eat those words when I come carrying Mountain Lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. I don't even know if that was the same voice that I did for him. Come on, you, whatever your name is, grab that flashlight and help me line up a good shot. No, I remember this freaking choice. Oh god. As the creature in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. Oh my god, poor Gretchen. You dive to the flashlight and swing your body towards the woods.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
I said, aim the damn thing, quick! Perfect. Wait, where's Gretchen? Where's my dog? I'm sorry, Stella. Welcome home. Oh god, I'm already messing up on all the voices I did. My grandmother called them ditchlings, and they are a terrible omen, a sign of great suffering and destruction to come. From the relative safety of your cousin's uncomfortable guest bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else, though you could still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe and you're warm. Tuesday morning awaits! Wake up! You open your eyes. The sun has risen. The birds are singing. You are still alive, and for now, you are safe. That's a blessing, man. That's a blessing right there. Your gaze wanders across the room to the window and the woods beyond. You wonder if the monsters are lurking there right now, just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the crumbling estate. A familiar unease settles into your gut, tangling into a knot of anxiety wriggling as the events of last night play out in your head. You can't help but remember the sight of pale faces jeering at you as they carry Gretchen's poor little body into the underbush. No! You're not sure if y'all are feel okay again after what you've seen, but you can't stay in bed forever. Oh my god, poor Gretchen. I can't even. I feel so bad for Gretchen. I feel so bad for her. She did not deserve that. Oh god. Hunger pulls you from the clammy depths of the mattress. I'm gonna check on Dustin. You open the doors to check in on Dustin. Oh good, he's still here. Human is back. Good morning, Dustin. How are you today? Dustin, feel good. Had a productive night. I see you have a bread now. Yes, Dustin found a bread. Dustin also ate a bug last night. Good night for Dustin. Oh, so cute. Have you met Frofro? Monster. Can I talk to you about something horrible that happened last night? Human can always talk to Dustin. What happened? Oh my god, he's so cute! The woods are full of monsters and they killed my friend's dog. When Dustin gets scared, Dustin pretend to be dead. Maybe if you pretend to be dead, monsters leave you alone. Oh, that was it? Aw. He was was nice to catch up, Dustin. I'll leave you be. Okay. Oh my god, Dustin's so cute. You gently close the drawer. I never expected that a opossum would be named Dustin. I mean, it's freaking adorable though. Great, the doll didn't move during the night. Maybe it isn't haunted after all. Though after everything you went through yesterday, that's hardly a consolation. Turn to your room. You turn back to the rest of the room. I'm just gonna explore everything, honestly. You creep toward the window, careful not to be seen by whatever might be lurking in the garden.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
Oh my god, I saw it! I saw a figure! I saw that figure from the last episode. I saw it last second as soon as it disappeared. For a second, you thought you saw a movement. It could have been an animal. It could have been something else. Whatever it was, it's gone now. Maybe you'll head out there and investigate after you finish waking up. It's probably a good idea to check in with your new friend. You can't imagine she's holding up very well. Yo, what up? Yeah, do that. It might take her a minute to get back to you. In the meantime, that is adorable. Get dressed and head down to the kitchen. Time to start your day. I'm excited. I'm excited. You're back in the kitchen. Frufra eyes you from her favorite spot on the counter. Her pupils dilate and her tail twitches. I see you are still here. How unfortunate. Excuse me, ma'am. May I pet you? I don't want to be here either. Do you know anything about ditchlings? Even if I did, why would I ever tell you anything? And for the record, no, I don't. Now stop bothering me. Gretchen died last night. I just thought you'd want to know. Good riddance. You little... Nah. Hey. You sure took your time getting up. Hey, cuz. I had a really rough night. Can you cut me some slack? No. It's not my fault that Stella got you all worked up, and I'm late enough as is, so listen up. I want to make sure I relay this message in person, in case you decide to ignore my text again. I don't want any repeats of last night. From now on, no running around the woods after dark. It's dangerous out there. You could fall down a cliff. You could get stuck in a hidden cave somewhere. You can get lost in the woods and never be found. Just because nothing happens here doesn't mean it's safe. And just because Stella spends a lot of time in the woods, it doesn't mean she'll keep you out of trouble. I want you home by sunset from here on out. Can I hang out with you today? I don't want to be by myself. At the mines? No. What is up with you and Stella? We just have a history, that's all. I don't need to explain myself to you. I'm sorry about last night. I had no idea what was going to happen. I didn't think I'd worry you like that. Good. Glad we're on the same page. I swear that smile. I'm late enough as it is. I'm going to work and I expect to see you here at sunset. Tabitha takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset.
Bruh, chill.
Your cousin huffily exits the kitchen. Her footsteps fade down the hall, ending in the characteristic creak, then slam of the front door as it opens and closes behind her. Once again, you are the only human in the estate. It seems you make a habit of bad first impressions. The cat chuckles mockingly.
Stop it. Get some help.
I'll send you an image. Ah, it's another tired cat. Hope you're holding up okay, or as good as you can with all the stuff we saw last night. I was up most of the night on cryptid forums, so no real answers yet. I'm at the library now if you want to join. I have scones. Cool, on my way. And that's that. Time to start your day. I'm gonna investigate the garden. As your eyes wander to the garden door, you shudder, remembering the brief glimpse of something you saw from your upstairs window. Is there anything in the background? It was probably just a raccoon, but the uncertainty of what you saw gnaws at you and compels you to investigate. If only to prove that it was nothing. At the very least, you don't see anything now. Yeah, I'm going back inside. On second thought, you've been through enough in the past 24 hours. You'd rather not put yourself in another potentially horrifying situation. You head back inside. Time to figure out what to do with the rest of your day. Make a PB&J! Sure, Stella might have scones at the library, but scones are later. PB&J is now. Quickly scrape together the ingredients and gobble up a delicious breakfast. And that's that. The walk back to town is much less pleasant today than it was yesterday, when you didn't yet know that the woods were full of monsters and strange men who know your name. You stare anxiously into the darkness between the trees, searching for any signs of movement, but the woods are still, at least for now. The autumn-tinged mountains, sprawling for miles in every direction, now feel less like beautiful scenery and more like the walls of a cage. Dang, I like that. Your phone buzzes in your pocket. Look who I found at the library. Said she was up all night thinking about the video. Adding you to a group text. Oh, I didn't get to look at the phone. I'm only here because it's quieter than the store, or was, lol. And I'm trying to figure out what animal that could be. I don't buy into this harbinger of doom stuff. We know what animals they are. They're ditchlings, and they are harbingers of... I don't know how to say that. Of doom. Sounds like they're having fun. Dang, I need those scones. Be right there. Yeah, be right there. Oh my god. Almost back to town. I literally, like, for a second, I was like, what does that mean? You make it to town in one piece. No creatures jumped out at you. No scary men blocked your path. The sight of other people is comforting, helping you forget the things you've witnessed, as if they happened to someone else. Oh, hey, Lynn. We were just talking about you. I stopped by Sybil's to pick up her new tea blend, and, well, you're the biggest thing to come into town since the coal mine. Folks have been absolutely buzzing about you. You went out with Stella last night, right? Did something happen out there? Barely even waved when she walked by. And Gretchen wasn't with her. They're never apart. If Stella didn't say anything, then it's probably not my place to share. Okay, I guess that's fair. I hope everything's okay. I'll tell you what, I'm on break for the next half hour. Why don't you swing by the diner if you want to decompress? Winnie can fix you up some of Sybil's new blend. Maybe it'll calm you down a bit. I think you'll like today's mix. It's chaga and lemon balm. Should help ease your stress and tension. Oh wait, no, I messed up. If you feel like talking, I'll be all ears. But no pressure. Anyway, it's up to you. See you around, Lynn. See you, Sybil. Take care now, Avery. I see you're a private person. I can respect that. You never know how someone might respond to hearing the truth of what you encountered last night. I'd better get back to it myself. I'm glad I was able to catch you this morning, if only to see how you were holding up. Okay, I'm sorry, but she's giving the side eye. Please don't hesitate to stop by if I could be of any help. We both know that there's something horribly wrong about this place. How are you so calm? Don't mistake my calm demeanor for complacency. We all have our parts to play in this. I trust that you and Stella have what it takes to get to the bottom of things. But we're not like investigators or anything. We're not like, you know, I don't know, like, we're just adults, I guess. We're just, you know, nosy adults. I'm so sorry to cut our conversation short, but I've got things that need tending to. Stay safe, Lynn, and God bless. It's just that, I don't know, we're not like police officers or freaking detectives. I don't know. You probably have a bit of time before you're needed at the library. I'm just gonna go to the general store and see what happens. This is your first time seeing the general store in the light of day. A young man sits at the table by the register, too preoccupied with his phone to care that you stepped in. Yeah. You should get out of town. There are monsters in the woods. I'm serious. Something bad is gonna happen. You should get out of here as soon as possible. You've been talking to my mom too much. Hi, I'm Lynn. I just got to town yesterday. Yeah, I know. Mom told me. What's your name? Miles. Miles Morales! If I wanted to buy chips something here, do I talk to you or... Miles sighs. I guess, yeah. Kanika decided to skip work today, so of course whatever plans I had didn't matter. Just take the chips, I don't care. Wouldn't that be stealing? If Kanika cares about running this place right, she can hire someone else and let me live my life. She inherited the store, and I don't want to keep getting suckered into working here just because I'm her brother. We make most of our money on bulk orders anyway. A bag of chips doesn't make a difference. I'm gonna tell Kanika about this. I'm not about to turn down free stuff. Oh my god, that is so funny. I'm doing it. You grab a bag of salt and vinegar chips. No. You did not just grab a bag of salt and vinegar chips out of everything in the store. Okay, I'm sorry. I hate salt and vinegar, like the smell and the taste. Oh my god, I hate it. It will sustain you in the coming days. I don't want it. Cool. See ya, Miles. Miles doesn't respond as you turn and leave the general store. Dang, okay. Oh, I can't do both. You head towards the diner. I mean, I know it says explore, but like, I'm not sure if you can only pick one. The diner is a little quiet today, but the air is still heavy with the tantalizing smell of breakfast. Should I? I mean, I feel like half of them are gonna think I'm crazy because I'm new here. I don't know. Cause like I said, I'm new here. So like, yeah, people aren't gonna believe me. I'm just gonna talk to Avery. You slide into the booth across from Avery. Hey there, stranger. Before you can exchange words, Winnie sidles up a fresh mug of tea in hand. Heard you might need this. The answer to 29 is 29 down is oink, by the way. What? But the clue's pin sound. How does that sound a pin makes? Wait, pin like pig pin? Are you kidding me? How was I supposed to guess that? I don't know why you even bother with those things. They're just gonna frustrate you. It's just something to do to fill the time, but maybe I should switch to Sudoku. Sudoku. Winnie leaves Avery contemplating daily newspaper puzzles, returning to her seat behind the counter. So, thanks for telling me about last night. If you want to really get into the grisly details, you could tell me. I won't judge. You take a gentle sip of your tea. Sybil was right. You could already feel it begin to ease some of the straining tension from last night's events. Whoa, not a lot of folks take to chaga so quickly. It's a fungus that grows on birch trees around here. It's supposed to be super healthy, but it definitely makes for a challenging drink. Color me impressed. I could tell you about last night, but what if you don't believe me? I'm not here to judge. I'm here to listen. I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt. You spill the beans. Glad to have someone to talk to about the horrors you've witnessed. Wow, that is some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. I can't believe Gretchen is really God. Seemed like that dog was gonna live forever. And monsters in the woods? I may not have lived here long, but I've never heard of anything like that happening around these parts. I can't say I like the thought of it. Do you regret moving here? I don't think I have the choice to have second thoughts. I'm not going anywhere without Aunt Winnie, and there's no way she's leaving this place. I keep saying like aunt or aunt. I mean, I know it doesn't matter, but... I hadn't pegged you as a transplant. Where are you from? I moved here from Charlotte. Gosh, 3 years ago now? Maybe a little more. I've lost track. Aunt Winnie offered me a place to stay and a job, and who was I to pass on that sort of generosity? To be honest, it still feels like I just moved in. Practically everyone apart from the Cole folks grew up in this town, so it's like I'm the perpetual new kid. Don't get me wrong, folks here are plenty polite and friendly, but there's a shared history I'll never be a part of. I get it. I felt out of place the whole time I've been here. Folks on the whole have been plenty friendly, but life here is so different than what I'm used to. It's hard to explain, but I just don't feel like I belong. Exactly, there are worse ways to be, but I'm not sure I'll ever entirely feel like I belong here. Why'd you leave Charlotte, if you don't mind me asking? Nah, it's cool. I was having some issues with my folks about my education, which, wasn't great, especially since I was still stuck under their roof. When my aunt heard about it, she offered me a job and a place to stay, and the rest is history. I mean, you should get out of here before things get any worse. If you have a car, drive away. There's no way I can get Aunt Winnie to leave, and I'm not going anywhere without her. Not after everything she's done for me. Even if there are monsters in the hills, I'd rather face whatever's coming head on than start someplace new without my family. Aw man, it looks like my shift is starting. I hope you're doing a bit better. Maybe the Chaga's had a chance to start working its magic. I'm gonna keep my ears open for you. The diner is where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange or unusual. Avery slips out of the booth, giving a friendly halfway before disappearing into the back. You leave the diner, ready to continue your day. He's a nice guy. Oh wait, head to the library. Let's go, I'm excited. What is that on the left? What is that? I'm concerned right now. Raining adventure. Kitty! You enter the former town hall. What once must have been a stately foyer has since been converted to rows of shelves. Meeting rooms and offices long ago gave way to assorted reference collections and reading areas. Oh hey, you made it! You head over to Stella and Kanika's table and settle in. The second option was kind of funny though. You made it. Glad you could join us. Morning, Lynn. You look tired. Snitch on Miles? Yeah, the state isn't the easiest place to get a good 8 hours. I never realized houses could get so windy. I can only imagine. That place was already falling apart the last time I was there, and it's been years. I can't believe it hasn't been condemned. Not that there's anyone here to do the condemning. Anyways, I guess we should get started. Hey there, strangers. And literal stranger.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Hey, I'm Lynn, Tabitha's cousin. I'm in town for the funeral. Oh, I should have known you were Scarlet. You look so much like Vivian. Not that I knew her very well. I was still a little kid when she left. But that Scarlet resemblance, it's, strong. I'm Oscar Gutierrez? I'm sorry. I don't know how to say that. Chief librarian, and only librarian. Oscar's amazing. He practically built this library from scratch. Yeah, I'm a little jealous of what the kids around here get to grow up with. They don't know how good they have it. But back when I was in elementary school, all the library had was a couple of shelves of boring books donated by old people. Y'all are too kind. But speaking of kids, have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I want to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. You know the crowd she hangs around with. They're good kids at heart. I'm sure they're just up at the old Maxwell place doing teen stuff. I went up there plenty of times in my day, but I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled. What's the old Maxwell place? It's this great old abandoned spot. We used to hang out there when we were teens. I can't believe I used to be so reckless. The floors there were like Swiss cheese. I'm sorry I keep changing the voices so much. I'm just not good at keeping voices. I should really have a talk with Rosalina when she gets home. I should say it. I don't like the thought of teens getting up to mischief with all these ditchlings in the woods. Ditchlings? That's actually why we came in today. Have you ever heard of them? They're a cryptid, and seeing one's supposed to mean a disaster's around the corner. Doesn't ring a bell. Dang, worth a shot. Okay, if you were, say, trying to predict a horrible disaster that might befall our town, where would you start looking? Well, they say history repeats itself, so I'd probably try and figure out what sort of disasters this region typically falls prey to. Should I be worried about something? I don't know yet. I'll be right back. Gonna go nab some more books. I'm pretty sure Stella's barking up the wrong tree, Oscar. I don't think you have to worry about any horrible calamity befalling the town. But she's right about the weird stuff. There's definitely something unusual going on out in those woods. If I were you, I would keep my loved ones close in the coming days. I'm gonna try calling Rosalina again. I'm sure she's fine, really. Don't mind Lynn. She's been hanging out with Stella too much. Excuse me? What's wrong with Stella? Rosalina's a smart kid. She knows better than to go around getting into trouble, and we'll make sure to keep our eyes peeled. Thanks, Kanika. And Lynn, if you see a 13-year-old girl with a black braid and glasses, would you let her know her dad is worried about her? Oscar anxiously wanders off, phone in hand. Got him! Just grabbed a whole mess of local history books. Stella sets a massive pile of books on the table and pulls up a chair. Alright, this is gonna be so much faster for the two of you here to help out. Got our snacks, got our source documents. Let's get this research party started. Reading awaits. Ooh, I like that one. Really? Reading is for suckers? Nah, I love reading. A few entries catch your eye. What? There was a hunter who lived in a tiny cabin in the middle of the woods, all alone with his hunting dog. One night, after a particularly bad week of hunting, both their stomachs empty, the hunter spied something out of the corner of his eye. Oh, hell nah. Some small creature had gotten into the cabin through a hole, and before he could even figure out what it was, he'd drawn his gun and fired at the thing, his hunger guiding his actions. But it was quick, and ran back through its hidey hole and out of sight, leaving only its black tail, shot off by the hunter's rifle. "Guess this'll have to do," he said to his dog, and threw the tail in a pot to cook a soup. He and his dog ate well that night, the tail filling them both up. The hunter crawled into bed satisfied, and his dog curled up at his feet. He woke up to the sound of long nails scrabbling across wood. His dog was nowhere in sight, only a rumpled spot on the covers where he'd been, and in the gloom, he saw two big, yellow eyes staring right at him. I want my Taily Po. A high, hoarse voice croaked from the darkness. "Go away!" he screamed at the thing. But it stepped closer to him, still shrouded in darkness, the sound of long claws dragging across hard wood accompanying its movements. "I want my Taily Po!" I'm sorry. The creature growled again. I'm not even doing it right, but it's okay. "I'll get my dog after you!" The hunter squeaked, his voice catching in his throat with fear, but there was no dog to be seen. "I want my Taily Po!" Before the hunter could so much as scream, the creature leapt for the darkness, long claws stretched out towards the hunter. But no one is sure what the creature did to him that night, but the next morning, all that remained of the hunter, his dog, and his cabin was a chimney, standing alone in the woods. That is creepy. You could just see, like, I think the claws, and then its eyes, and then the tail. Oh, heck no. Whoa. Tommyknockers originated in Cornish mythology, spreading to the United States when Cornish immigrants began working in Appalachian mines. They're named for the knocking that can be heard from seemingly within the walls before a cave-in. According to some, the knocking serves as a benevolent warning. Others believe that the creatures take stolen hammers to the supports of mines and collapse them on whoever is unfortunate to still be inside. They are traditionally thought to be impish, leprechaun-like beings, but some claim they are the spirits of dead miners, forever cursed to haunt their final resting place. Whoa. Often linked to Cherokee legends, some cite the Wampus Cat as originating with the story of a woman who sought vengeance against a monstrous cat demon for driving her husband mad. What? She hunted it down and, by wearing a bobcat mask, tricked it into using its own vile magic on itself, freeing the people of their region from its evil. Wow. That's crazy. Others say the creature comes from the story of a woman who wore the pelt of a wild cat to witness forbidden hunting rites. The hunters of her village gathered to perform the rites, and she watched in secret from underneath the cat's pelt, but was soon discovered. From her indiscretion, she was fused with the pelt and transformed into a creature that was neither human nor cat, forced to wander the wilderness alone, feared by all. Her calls are those of great sadness and serve as a warning to anyone who dares go against tradition. Okay. He closed the book and put it back. Forced into retirement at age 50 due to a war injury from his time in the Indian Wars. Exacerbated? I don't know. By his short stint serving as a captain in the Confederacy, Silas Scarlett also lost his eldest two sons to that bloodiest of wars, leaving his third eldest son, Andrew Jackson Scarlett, to take charge of the mine. Under his leadership, the mine prospered, undoubtedly in part due to the growth of the railroad industry. It managed to evade the coal union for decades, making them one of the most profitable mines in the country. Andrew Scarlett built the surrounding town into what it is today, with expensive stone buildings, a bustling main street, and overseeing it all, the elegant Scarlet estate that was, until 1895, the largest and finest feat of architecture in the region. Culminating in the tragic collapse of 1918, it was found that Charles Shaw, the co-manager of the mine, had loosened security measures to increase production during World War I, resulting in a fatal collapse and the deaths of over 160 men and boys, some as young as 10? The casualties included Andrew Jackson's Scarlett's son, Theodore, his brother Enoch V. Scarlett, who had taken over for their aging father during the bustle of the war, managed to pull the mine from the brink of ruin, thereby saving the town. So this is how your family made its fortune. Damn. That's crazy. Silas Everett Scarlett was born to Oh my god. Colonel Everett J. Scarlett in 1818, one of 12 siblings. He grew up in eastern North Carolina during a tumultuous time in the state's history, and not much is known about his life before he joined the army in 1836. He quickly rose to the ranks, in part due to his father's connections, but also due to a particular ruthlessness for which he received the nickname Bloody Silas Scarlett. The federal government granted the now Captain Silas a tract of bounty land in exchange for his service in the Indian War, and he settled into the hills of North Carolina in 1841. That land would become Scarlett Hollow. But it started as a simple log cabin, built by Silas's own 2 hands, occupied by his family of 10. 10? A simple log cabin. What? Silas, his wife Mary Joseph Scarlett, and their 8 children. Logging business brought many workers and fellow landowners to the hills, but it wasn't until Silas discovered rich seams of coal running underneath the entire region that Scarlet Hollow was really put on the map. He saved what he could and bought the surrounding hillside at a great discount, cleverly hiding what he knew about the land's true value. Thus, he had all the resources to found Scarlet Hollow's now famous coal mine. You're finished with this one. Alright, I think I'm all done. Let's check in. I said that out loud. That's funny. Oh wait, never mind. Oh my god, I thought we were talking to ourselves. I was confused. Alright, if we're going with what Kanika's mom told us last night, I think we can rule out any natural disasters as what brought the ditchlings here. But not nuclear incidents. Looks like our state has a history with those. What about y'all? Find anything? Kitty! Before you can respond, a handsome black cat leaps onto the table. Stella quickly slams her book shut. Hey Pixel. I actually like that name. You might want to close your book. He loves to rip up any paper he can find. That's weird. Stella's here, but Gretchen isn't. That's fine, as long as she brought the good stuff. Don't worry, little guy. I didn't forget your treats. Ah, yeah. Snack time. Crunch, crunch. That is so funny. Sorry if Pixel's bothering y'all. Hopefully he hasn't gobbled up any of our books. He can't stand the thought that people might pay attention to anything that isn't him. Hey Pixel, what do you think about the monsters you saw in the woods? I'm an indoor cat. I don't know anything about no woods. I just hang out in the library, especially now that our house got haunted. What? Pixel says your house is haunted. What's up with that? How did you know? Lynn is either psychic or she could talk to animals. It's a long story. No comment. We've been living in the library for a little bit. It's been great. Way more snacks, way more scritches. Except sometimes there's too much scritches. Hold up, what kind of haunting are we talking about here? Unexplained noises? Objects appearing in strange and unfamiliar places? Oscar, don't get our hopes up like that. Nothing like that, sorry. The floor in my bedroom just keeps seeping blood, and I've seen a strange figure in the hallway a couple of times. Wait, you've seen a oh my god, I cannot talk. You've seen a full body apparition? Can I see it? Stella, it's probably just a dirty pipe or something. But what if it's a ghost? I believe him. I can practically feel the haunting as we speak. Well, we do live in the annex behind the building. Y'all are more than welcome to check it out. Maybe tomorrow night? Yes, we'll be there. Yeah, that sounds like a fun way to spend an evening. Can't wait to get spooked by some creaky pipes. Why do you let a paper shredder freely wander a library? Why don't you mind your own business? I'm sorry, Pixel! No! Have you seen this little guy's face? How could I say no to that? Okay, I'm sorry, Pixel. You decide to leave Pixel be. The cat curls up on the table, fast asleep. Dang, okay. Alright, I better get back to shelving. Let me know if y'all need anything. Wait, have you had any luck with Rosalina? Not yet. I know a team would be a handful, but I didn't think it'd happen overnight. I'll probably head out once you're all done and check in on our usual haunts. Wait, I don't know how many I can choose. Can I choose all of them? So, Appalachian folk monsters. Do you think Wayne is a Tommyknocker? Maybe he's the ghost of a dead miner. Ugh, that creep who keeps coming around my mom's tea shop? He snuck up on us last night and called out Lynn by name. There's definitely something wrong with the guy. Like, seriously wrong. But I don't think he's a ghost. It's worth keeping him in mind, though. That's fair. Ghosts tend to be tied to a specific place, though maybe he's haunting the whole town. He's not a ghost because ghosts aren't real. I've also seen him, like, touch stuff. Wampus cats kind of sound like they could be mountain lions, voiced like a woman crying out somewhere between person size and cat size. Definitely, they are 100% mountain lions. Kanika, you know there are no mountain lions up here. I thought you were supposed to be a skeptic. But the myths are old, right? Mountain lions didn't go extinct in the Appalachians that long ago. Those legends just haven't died off yet. Almost every cryptid can be tracked down to either a hoax or someone getting confused about a perfectly normal animal. Sometimes both. Bigfoot, for instance, started as a prank. Then folks saw bears walking around their hind legs and got freaked out. And now here we are. You'll eat those words when I get the first clear footage of a Bigfoot. If you manage that, I will print out a piece of paper that says Bigfoot isn't real and literally eat it. I promise. I'm holding you to it. My mom used to tell me that chili post story back when I was little. I can't believe I forgot that one. It scared me so bad I didn't eat soup for years. I thought a monster might try and dig it out of my stomach if I did. I love that one. There's this old chimney in the woods I used to think was the chimney from Telipo. The one that was left after the thing did whatever it did. Now I know that's just because chimneys don't burn down, and wooden houses do. That doesn't mean it's not the chimney from Telipo. I've camped out there a couple times to see some pretty spooky stuff. Yeah, I watched that video. You saw raccoons. You're gonna get rabies one of these days, chasing after wildlife like that. What can I say? I like to live on the edge. Let's move on. Stella, what was that you were saying about nuclear incidents? You were talking about the Goldsboro thing, right? Yeah, apparently in the 60s, a B-52 carrying a live warhead... Wait, what? A live warhead broke up midair and dropped a couple of bombs. Fascinating bit of history there. The first of the two bombs landed upright after its parachute got caught in a tree. Thankfully, it didn't go off. At the time, the government claimed that the bomb was unarmed, but it later came out that the only thing preventing a detonation was a single electrical switch, which failed to trigger on the descent. And 60 years later, the second bomb still has been recovered. Right, oh my god. It's conventional explosive disintegrated in midair, but most of the nuclear material was made unrecoverable by flooding. If I remember correctly, they just buried it and sealed it up. Okay. If the bomb is somewhere else, why would there be so many ditchlings here? Yeah, Goldsboro is almost 400 miles from here. Not that we should be looking too hard at the disaster angle. Whatever those creatures are, they're biological. Look, you never know with radiation. We actually know quite a bit. It just melts you. It doesn't make monsters. And a 60-year-old bomb isn't going to explode on its own hundreds of miles away and kill us here. You never know. There could always be a whole underground society of bomb-worshipping mutants just waiting to blow it up. I've missed this. You lean and quietly whisper to Stella and Kanika. Do you guys think that there's like a cult here? Wait, what? Maybe the ditchlings were like summoned as part of a ritual or something like that. I'd assumed the spiral we found was some sort of nest made by the ditchlings, but yeah, maybe we had cause and effect backwards. I break it down. It's much more likely that thing was a nest than it was some sort of magical ritual site. So about the coal mines here, Kanika visibly shudders. I get cold sweats just thinking about being in a place like that. I feel for the guys who work up there. I could never. Speak for yourself. I love a good... Is it crevice? I thought crevice was like spelled differently. Or is it crevasse? I don't know. I don't know. What happened after the mine collapse? Book just kind of glosses over that. There was a union for a little bit, but it didn't last. There's not a whole lot written about the past century here. Yeah, the Scarlett Hollow mine isn't exactly the most ethically run business. No offense or anything, I'm sure Tabby runs the mines better than Charles Shaw did. Still hasn't let the union in, though. There's a reason she and I don't talk. A union busting mine collapsed from poor working conditions. Color me shocked. Yeah, it's pretty awful. That's what the sculpture out front is for, commemorating all the men and children who died that day. Every kid in Scarlett Hollow learns about the collapse of 1918. Our teachers love to emphasize how many children they had working down there, probably to try to show us how good we have it or whatever. Low bar if you ask me. You know, that could be what the ditchlings are warning us about. Another collapse. Writing it down the list of potential disasters. Yeesh, Stella, that's morbid. And besides, it was all Charles Shaw's fault. What the... The labor market is way more strict now. There's no way you could get away with the kind of safety cutbacks he pulled. Y'all don't actually think the mine's about to collapse, right? No, I don't think so. Phew, happy word there for a second. I hate to give Tabitha any credit, but the mine is safer now than it was back then. Still, what a horrible thought. You never know. You guys really seem to have a bone to pick with Charles Shaw. That's what happens when someone directly causes a monumental disaster, especially in a small town like this. People tend to spit when they hear your name. He got run out of town in a rail, you know? And that's not a figure of speech. Back then, they actually tied you to a rail and ran you out of town. There's a big mural of it over on the far wall. Oh, that's what that is! He got off easy, if you ask me. So, was that the guy? He was tied to the... Oh my god, that's crazy. I agree with Stella. Maybe the ditchlings are warning us about another collapse. I really wouldn't put too much stock into that. So, Silas Scarlet. Yeesh, I figured old money from the south wouldn't be great, but he sure did some things to get where he was, huh? That book is a perfect example why you should use multiple sources for your research instead of trusting the first thing you read on a subject. Yep, dude was a monster. The mines made a lot of money during the Civil War too, and you could probably guess which side a North Carolinian business owner would be working for. Sorry you're related to him. Silas seems like a terrible person, but I don't see what that has to do with bad omens or creatures in the woods. I agree, we're talking about ancient history here. Yeah, we probably have better leads. It never hurts to have historical context. True, true. I feel like, yeah, we should help. Why don't we just help look for Rosalita? If there's a missing kid in town, that's probably way more important than whatever else we'd be doing. Just to clarify, I don't think she's missing. She's just out with her friends and ignoring her poor old man. Not that I don't appreciate your concern. I don't even know where we'd look aside from the old Maxwell place. What do teens even like to do these days? You don't have to worry about checking up on her there. I'm going there myself once I've finished shelving. Just let me know if you run into her while you're out. There's an awful lot of mine-related stuff in my notes. Maybe that should be our next stop. We could poke around, find out if anyone's seen anything weird. Just to clarify, you're suggesting we go to question some of the miners, right? We are not poking around unprepared in the actual mines, right? Right? Yeah, totally. 100%. I would never. We don't even have a good reason to go down there. Good. Let's keep it that way. You know how I feel about mines. I promise, Neeks. We're just going to question some of the miners. And if that questioning gives us a good reason to poke around, say a cool abandoned coal mine, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. You can cross that bridge when we come to it. I am not going underground. I'm just messing with you. We'll stick to the surface. And hey, maybe we'll look out and run into Rosalina while we're looking around. Okay, good. And hopefully we can find out what happened to Wade while we're at it. We were always going to wind up in the mines. Well, that's kind of ominous. I'm a little worried about Tabitha. She's not exactly going to be thrilled to see us snooping around the mines. We can be sneaky. I'll make sure to be a good lookout. She'll never even know we were there. Look at us going on a caper together. I missed this. I missed it too. I mean, sure, it's not under the best circumstances, but I've been so wrapped up in running the store, I didn't realize how much I missed being able to hang out with you. So there is something missing. Reese. I really miss that dude. I can't believe how long it's been since we've seen each other. Have you seen him lately? Nope. I've tried to plan stuff, but he's been too sick. I'm getting sick, bruh. I didn't realize it was getting so bad. That poor guy. You know, we could just pop over and surprise him. He seemed excited to meet Lynn. Maybe we'll finally get him to leave his little cave. Hell yeah, let's do it. Alright, let's roll out. See ya, Oscar. We'll let you know if we run into Rosalina. Thanks, guys. I'll keep y'all posted. Okay, I'm actually probably gonna stop it here because I'm already like an hour into the video. Almost. I mean, not quite, but almost. So, I'm probably gonna stop it right here, I guess. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. I mean, we didn't get very much action in, like, you know, the beginning because it's only the beginning of the episode, but definitely the next episode, we should be getting into something, you know? So, I hope you guys enjoyed this almost hour episode. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hold up. Bye.